Okay, a bit more about the algorithm and stuff. Right, that is the man himself. Okay, that is Mr. Dijkstra. Okay, and by now you should basically be able to do anything in the chapter. Okay, I'm not sure. We can look that up later on, perhaps. But what I do want to go through now is another example. We're not going to go through it in detail, but I just want to show you how it's not a shortest route from sort of place to place, but this still applies. So, I don't want you writing anything down here, but I want you watching and just seeing if you can work out why we are using this algorithm. So the next example. A production plan is required for a factory for the next 6 months. The factory can make 4 different products, but can only make 1 product a month. The factory is currently set up to make product A, and it must be returned to that state at the end of the 6-month period. The cost of switching production from one product to another in £1,000 are given. So for example, that 12 on the top row, if you change the machines from producing product A to product C, it will cost you £12. If you go the other way around, it won't be £12. It's cheaper to change from C to A. It's only £10,000. The profits to be made from each product vary from month to month due to fluctuations in the prices of raw materials. And there's profit information shown here. That model, or that problem, can be modelled as the shortest path through a network. If I show you the next slide, see if you can work out what is possibly going on. Why are they all coming out of A, first of all, up here? Everything's starting at A. And why are they all finishing here? It's got to finish at A. Yeah. What is this? What are these 4 lines coming out of A here showing you? So, yeah, you can either go in the first month, you can either carry on making A, or you could switch to B, or you could switch to C, or you could switch to D. Then after, wherever you are, say you went to do C in the first month, second month you could either switch to A, which is going up that line, B, which is going up that line, stay on C, which is that line, or come again to D. So that network there is showing you all the possibilities there are for that 6-month production process. And on there you could put those numbers. Now it's going to get very crowded if you put those numbers on there. So we just skip through. What do you think those numbers there, where do you think those numbers have come from? Now I know I can't show you the table at the same time. Well, the answers are there. Because each time there would be a cost of moving and a profit figure. So that 10 minus 10 there, that would be the cost of changing the machine from A to B. Then here, this would be the difference between the cost of changing and the profit you had made. But can you see that that problem could be seen as a network, and it could be shown like that? So that is another example where actually you're using the shortest route algorithm, but it's nothing to do with distances from A to B. It's actually putting a process down over time and all your possibilities, and what you'd be looking to do there is actually find the maximum, not the minimum. But you can do, it's another sort of network problem. Okay. A bit more about Dijkstra himself. He only died in 2002, so fairly recently. Born in Rotterdam, the son of a chemist and a mathematician. University of Amsterdam.
You've got all this off Wikipedia,
Possibly.
your pictures from Wikipedia as well, because I'm looking at that.
Is it? Oh, right, there you go. Okay. The Turing Award. Turing Award, significance, Turing. Alan Turing. Name mean anything to anybody? Alan Turing. He was the person who in the war cracked the Enigma code.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anything? Yeah, he was very good. Yes. Okay. And allegedly the Apple computer symbol is in memory of him because he committed suicide by eating an apple laced with cyanide. Okay, it's not necessarily officially true, but many people think that.
The company's called Apple.
The company's called Apple.
So how does that work?
Well, Turing, he was a brilliant mathematician. He was also gay. And when the authority, one of his male partners stole something from him, Turing went to the police to complain that he had something stolen from him. They realised that he was gay and they charged him and prosecuted him. He lost all his security clearance, entered into depression, all sorts of things, and long story, he decided to commit suicide by biting into a cyanide apple. And some people think that the Apple logo with the bit taken out is to commemorate him, the best British computer scientist there ever was.
The Apple logo, the one thing they choose about him to commemorate is the way he committed suicide.
It's not an official thing. Some people think it's there. Apple deny it, but many people sort of think it is. Okay, a bit more about Turing, Dijkstra, if you want to know. He was very famous. To abolish the go-to statement in programming. Does anybody here do computer science? No. Go-to statements. They make you jump around in nasty ways, and he abolished go-to statements. There's all sorts of things here you could read about him if you really wanted to. And Adam may be quite correct. Maybe I did get this from Wikipedia. He was notorious for his wit, eloquence, and his way with words. The questions of whether computers can think is like the question of whether submarines can swim.
Who's ever asked that question? That's not true.
So, there we go. And I've even got some copy of his actual notes where he discovered stuff as well here. I won't bore you with that anymore. We can actually get on with some work. So, if you go to page 51 in the books, okay, we can get stuck into some questions and see what we can do.